So I think it's high time to really just cover exactly what coaching is. A lot of people actually are not familiar with the idea of coaching and what it means to be a coach or what it means to have a coach in your corner. And we're going to kind of just jump into that and explore some, reasons for why people may have a coach or why a coach could be beneficial to you specifically. So I've got some bullet points here for us to go over. So first of all, relax for a second. This is in no way a video that is just completely, meant for you to have a pen and pad and paper. I actually want you to enjoy this video without having any constraints of, oh my God, I really have to focus and write things down and take notes. No, by no means. Okay, this is a conversation for us to just kind of feel good in and just hear some things that might spark interest, and if not, then that's okay too. So first of all, coaching is so unique because you have this idea of coming together with another person, and you right off the bat assume that this person is your equal. So, coaching forces you to look at people from a place of power. So, you can't see this person as a victim. You can't see this person as someone who knows less than you. This is your equal. The only difference is that they have a goal in mind that you're there to help them reach. And you are helping them unlock what's blocking them from reaching that goal. So it's kind of like, in very simple terms, is if you've got a locked door that you're trying to get into, and you hire a locksmith that, is the master at getting into locked doors and can help you, unlock that door and get in. Well, there you go. That's kind of the simplest way that I can break it down, is that that's exactly what a coach would do. It's not that the coach is necessarily telling you what to do. The locksmith is not putting their tools in your hand and telling you, okay, turn left, dig here. That's like a mentor. Mentors are telling you exactly what they did so that you will get what they got. So that's a mentor. And then on the other hand, you have people that are therapists. So let's say, instead of a locksmith and instead of him putting his tools in your hand, you have a person that is kind of asking you, so what did you why can't you unlock the door? Or what did you do, that prevented you from learning how to unlock doors when you were smaller? So that's kind of like on the therapist tip there, because therapy assumes that you are coming from a place of lack, that you're needing something, and they are trying to get you there. They're trying to get you out of that place of lack. So you're in the negative at therapy, and they're trying to get you up to at least zero. So you're starting from a clean slate. It might not be, super clean, but at least you're not in the zero anymore, right? You're not in the negative. So that's exactly what therapy is. So coaching brings this such a unique relationship to the playing field of, we are both partners, we are equals, we both are powerful beings, and we are both going to move this mountain. So obviously, I am a coach. I love coaching. I was doing it in a social space, before I made it a professional space. And so, that's my transition that I'm going through. But my offer in coaching specifically is helping women transition into careers that they love. So, more about coaching is that coaching gives you a personalized growth plan. There is no one size fits all. So, coaching specifically brings out unique aspects of your mindset, how you think about things, how you approach problems, what you think is, most significant, kind of teaching you like what your priority is, because a lot of people are not aware of the way that they prioritize things. So coaching actually brings a lot to light about yourself. So you go into it maybe thinking, I'm going to get this out of it, and then you end up, oh wow, I know myself 10 times better now after coaching. Like, you've actually unlocked so much for me, which I've heard a lot. So it's very personalized, and it has to be, right? Because In coaching, we're trying to get you the results. We're not trying to get your friend the result or your grandma the result. So this has to be a personalized session for you exactly. Also, like I said, the clarity acceleration comes from um, going over how you see things and your mindset. But coaching is very future focused. So we don't at all, we might visit the past in coaching sessions, but we don't stay there. Like, we don't marinate and really try to figure out what kept you from learning how to unlock doors on your own as a child. We might visit it, but it's always with a specific, you know, uh, something in mind. Like, there's a reason, there's a specific reason why we visited your past. And that'll be up to us to kind of explain it and to help you connect dots on why that was brought to light, but we never stay in the past because coaching is always future focused. We are obsessed with getting you into your future self, whatever that looks like and whatever that is. And so that's another important thing to kind of realize about coaching. um, yeah, it's completely surrounded by empowerment. Completely. Like, coaches are not there to tell you what to do or how to do it. They're there to be a guide for you, because at the end of the day, again, visiting what I said earlier, is that you have all of your own answers already. I don't need to tell you how to be yourself and how to, what to do for yourself, because you do know that. I believe that you know that. I know that you know that. I have to know that you know that to coach you. I have to know that you know that to coach you. Okay. If your coach doesn't believe in you, they will try and just tell you what to do. That's kind of the biggest way that you can tell whether or not your coach believes in you or not, is they start slipping into just telling you what to do, whether that's indirectly or directly. But, we're not here to do that as coaches. I'm here to empower you and to help you see that you've got the answer. And so, and how we do that is by asking very specific and intelligent questions that are designed to strike certain ideas out of a person. So, we can help you bring to light a lot of your answers if we're trained to do that. So, coaching, I don't know what state you're in, but at least in Texas, you actually don't even have to have a certification to be a coach. You can, which will set you apart from other people. I do, but you don't have to have one. So, but if you do, of course, you get the benefit of going through training and um, having someone give you instant and direct feedback on what you're doing. And you want to make sure that you know what you're doing, right? So, another thing that I want to cover about coaching is that the fact that elite performers all have coaches. They all have coaches. And why is that? It's because elite performers already know that they can't get to elite status or keep elite status on their own. They have to have somebody that helps them unlock new levels. Because a lot of the times the answers are in front of us, but it wasn't until someone pointed it out that we actually realize, oh, I do have the answer, you know? So, of course, you can make progress on your own without a coach, but who wants to spend unnecessary time and money when they could just kind of when they can just kind of quantum leap forward and save that time and money? Raise your hand if you would like to save 20 years and let's say, I don't know, $50,000. You know, who wouldn't? That's a no brainer, right? And so, this is the point of having a coach, because they can actually help you do that. And so, let's see, think people like that are athletes, executive artists, they all work with coaches because them being great is not an accident. That's the thing. A lot of people, kind of say, like, oh, I'm just going to wait on this to happen. A lot of people say they'll wait on God. That's a big one. And so, and that could be a thing that could work out for you. But the thing is, majority of people who have reached elite status, who have reached greatness, it's not an accident. It's very purposeful. And a lot of that happens with a coach. Bottom line, that's just what it is. Tiger Woods had a swing coach. Even at the peak of his career, it never stopped. Oprah Winfrey had a coach at a point in time. It was said that, Beyonce possibly has had a coach. And so, at least a singing coach. So, a lot of these people that are in elite status who you may look up to have had coaches. Even top CEOs hire coaches to stay sharp and adapt to changing markets. So it's a known thing. The thing is though that it's known amongst people who are high performers. And so if you're trying to get there and if you have goals that you want to reach, a coach might be in your best interest actually. So some other ways to kind of decide if coaches or coaching is going to be something that works for you in your future, is if you want to unlock strengths that you didn't know you had. Because that's a very possible thing to do with a coach. You start unlocking things that you weren't even expecting. Um, you can build confidence with coaches. You can navigate career and life transitions without feeling lost. So instead of feeling like you're shooting in the dark, you have a coach who's actually guiding you through that process. Coaches also help you identify and remove blocks that are holding you back. Some of them you don't even realize that are holding you back, but coaches will help you find that. One of the biggest and best reasons to have a coach is to create momentum and sustain it. Even when your motivation dips down, coaches are there to help you keep going. Keep going, keep burning that fuel, and let's take it all the way until our finish line. That's what a coach does. So, if any of this, sparks interest for you, or if there's something that you want to know more about, of course, I'm totally available. Leave your comments below. But hopefully, this gave you a better idea of exactly what a coach is and how it can possibly help you to have a coach.